Good evening, friends. After a wonderful Janmashtami celebration by Inspire Manet, we are back with our live sessions. Today, we'll discuss on a very thought-provoking quote. We have often heard a famous quote from Gandhi, simple living and high thinking, which is also very much advocated in spirituality. But often, this is not very appealing to common man. We want to explore, want to excel, and achieve in our life. And after maybe listening to this thought, we may not be very much motivated to actually follow it. So let's talk about it. So today we have with us Shivam Tiwari, who is an Manet alumni from electrical branch, and he will provide us an insight on this thought. Shivam, over to you. Welcome to our live session.
Yeah, thanks, Gaurav.
Are you feeling nice?
Yes, to be with you is always nice.
Yeah. Of course, all our viewers. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So, Shivam, as you have heard today's topic, this quote, what we have heard, simple living and high thinking. I want you to please provide a insight for us. What does this simply living actually means? So that our viewers can actually get into deep what is the actual indication of this quote. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Gaurav, and thanks for taking such a nice topic. It is very relevant for our present life. Although the topic is what does simple living really means, the topic in itself is not very simple. there, there are
Yes.
many complexities and different of opinions, and
Okay.
especially what is simple for one person, it it would may be difficult for other person also. Like we are accustomed to certain conditions, situations, which has come due to our upbringing from beginning from our birth. So in that way, but simplicity or simple living is generally taken as that living, keeping our necessities minimum, or using things just for maintenance. So generally, this is the general understanding which the people have about simple living, that is to live in with the minimum necessities which are required for
Mhm.
our life
Yeah.
and sustenance or maintenance.
Yeah. Correct, Shivam. Yeah.
And I cannot help but this topic
So Shivam was explaining that what we have the general conception, right? I think his internet has blocked, so he'll be back soon. Uh, so he was explaining how this simple living is being told as living with minimum necessities and keeping our thoughts high, right? So that is the general conception what we have. Yeah. So I think Shivam will get back soon. Until then, I would like to tell you that this quote was very relevant and famous. Yeah, Shivam's back.
sorry for
Are
that.
you there, Shivam?
Yes, yes, Gaurav.
Yeah. So we were telling about the general conception of simple living.
Hmm.
So I would like to ask you this to continue forward. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as we talk about the living a simple life, so we cannot help, but the idea comes automatically in our mind is about the village life, where life
Yeah.
is quite simple. People
Mhm.
live, grow their own food, have milk from their cows, and live a simple life. But is that enough? No. What do you say?
Well, for most of us, it would not be very much attractive kind of lifestyle. Yeah.
Mhm. So actually, yes, the village life is very conducive for us to lead a simple, well balanced, and peaceful life. But it is not just enough. For example, there may be some person who are living in village, but they do not have simple living, or in the sense they are not very simple. And at the same time, we can find people in cities who are living in a good home in the midst of the conveniences, using a smartphone, laptop, but they can be simple.
Well, quite interesting. Would you
Yeah.
please explain more?
Yeah. So, simple living, I will say that it's just not the matter of our external situation. Someone who is
Mhm.
in the like humble circumstances, not necessarily that he is simple. While a person can be simple with having all the conveniences, a smartphone or a laptop, having a good bedding. So I would say that simplicity or a simple life is a matter of consciousness. It's an attitude towards life, and it's a matter of consciousness. So if we discuss some of the principles in simple living, as I already told that it's quite looked as a matter of consciousness. The first principle can be in simple living is freedom from grief and extravagance,
Okay.
which means that not using any unethical measures or methods to gain our desires which are harmful for the society or which are not in uh, appropriate way of doing things or gaining things. Like there is a very nice definition of happiness. So it describes that happiness is equal to resources upon divided by material desire. Happiness equal to
Okay.
resources upon material desire. So
Okay.
I thought of linking it with the simplicity that if
Mhm.
and with the happiness index that if one is having less resources but his material desires are less, so he can be happy. Or else, if one is having more number of resources, but the denominator is very high, that is, the material desires are very high, then he cannot be peaceful wherever he can, either in village or in the city.
Yeah, quite nice formula, Shivam.
Yeah.
Yeah. But often, if we talk about, like you told, happiness and desires, so in this competitive world, what we see is that happiness actually will be coming from fulfillment of our desires, right? And people are actually, means we are actually, we want these facilities to improve our life. So people are like very much endeavoring for it.
Yeah.
So simple living means, should we give up like these things, endeavor, because actually we want to improve our condition, right?
Yes, yes.
So simply living, does it means to give up that uh, intense endeavor to
Hmm.
move forward or to gain extra facilities? Is it like that?
Yes, thank you, Gaurav, for raising such a nice query. So, as I already mentioned, like what is meant by greed is using any unethical method to satisfy one's unending desire. So, one should understand that this desire can be unending. Even
Okay.
we have all the facilities, but if our desires are controlled, then one can be peaceful. Otherwise,
Yeah.
if desires are uncontrolled, how can one be peaceful? So this also leads to reminds me of one of the statement of Mahatma Gandhi, where he says that there is sufficient for everyone's need, but not for one man's greed.
Yeah.
So
Quite famous. Yeah.
it's like an endless quest. Like I was also going through one of the book, a well-researched book. It is called Food First. It is written by Francis More Lepe, who points out that much of the world's best land is misused for growing the like cash crops, cash export crops,
Yeah.
and and this is the result of greed. Actually, we see that many people are starving, but it is quite astounding that now currently also there is sufficient food production for all the people to consume. But the problem is with the greed. You will be astounding to know if you will see
Yes.
that this food is hoarded in the storehouse to create an artificial inflation, and due to which the
Mm-hmm.
prices increase and
Mm-hmm.
to gain a greater profit. And even worse than that is that these grains are burnt. The
Mm.
good quality grains are burnt and many times dumped into the ocean, but they are not given to other people who are in need.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is, we can understand that the kind of greed,
Mm-hmm.
the result of greed.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
Shivam, what I understood, like, uh, due to this greed problem,
Mhm.
what is actually happening, what should be easily, or we can say what should be simply available to us,
Mhm.
we are making it actually much more complicated than it should be,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. So uh, if we try to implement this simply living into our life, what should you suggest for us to do?
Yeah, this, like these first principles I mentioned,
Hmm.
and I would also like to take you towards one of the scientists. So his experience, Gus Speth. So he is saying that I used to think the top environmental problems are
Okay. So Shivam's got little disconnected. Anyway, so he mentioned a very interesting point, like about the grains or whatever, the food which is simply just available for us. It it becomes, due to man's greed, it becomes so much complicated that they, yeah.
yeah.
You're
So
back, Shivam?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the scientist is mentioning his experience of life, that I thought that with 30 years of good science we could address those problems, but I
Mm-hmm.
was wrong. The top environmental problems are selfishness, greed, and apathy. And to deal with those, we need a spiritual and cultural transformation. And we scientists don't know how to do that.
Well, quite an astonishing
Yeah,
statement and quite impressive also.
yeah. So this takes us to the second principle in simple living, which is to lead a life with honesty and straightforwardness in one's dealings. So I would
Yeah.
present it as the second principle in simple living. In this means that one should use the entitlement which is allotted to him. For example, like I'm in one of the company. So company, when we are working in the company, so we are
Yeah. So Shivam was mentioning a point regarding the second principle, that we should have honesty and straightforwardness in our dealing. Yeah, quite we see that often in terms of our daily routine behavior, we quite have a tendency to make us feel little extra special, and due to that we actually try to complicate things. Yeah, Shivam,
Yeah.
please continue. Okay, so what I was mentioning, as Shivam told, we have the tendency to little make us show off, or you can say make us little different by saying some things which are actually not very much simple, right? Huh? We complicate things and unnecessarily, so that we can have a step forward like that. Yeah, so Shivam's back.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry for the internet connectivity issue.
Well, many times you have entered.
Yeah, like not very simple, you know. So, like when we are getting the tender on the behalf of the company, so we cannot ask that we have getting the tender of 1 crore. So I want some kickback. No, whatever salary is allotted to us, we have to act in that way, and whatever salary
Mhm.
is allotted to us, we have to act in that way. So this is one of the principle in honesty and straightforwardness in its
Yeah.
dealing. Problem is not with the sinful activity. Just like even we sometimes copy in the exams. Problem is not with the sinful activity. Problem is not with the sinful activity. May not be we may not be caught. We think that this is a very small thing. But the problem is with the sinful propensity which is instilled in our heart with every wrong
Mhm.
act we do.
Okay.
That is the problem.
Yeah.
Whenever we do some wrong act, there is a propensity which is instilled in our heart. So that is the real problem. For example,
Yeah. I can relate it with which I felt a little in our life. If we continue to do some like this kind of untruthful behavior, then even in our simple dealings, we often speak untruth. Like it's not necessary, but it becomes our habit to speak lies or something. Yeah. Is it right, Shivam?
yeah, Gaurav.
Mhm.
Uh, just so like one should earn with integrity and spend with compassion.
Yeah.
This is also very much important that as a responsible human being, we should spend a part of our money or income to somewhere, so that will help us not to be very become very much attached with the result. As one of the principles, I have taken it from Bhagavad Gita. It says that you do your part, and you must not get very much attached to the result. You do as a service, and whatever you get, you accept it and give a part of it, the service to others. So one can give to some, donate something. If
Mhm.
one, especially if
Mhm.
one is earning, like in job, so one can donate something when to propagate this spiritual knowledge. As I say,
Yeah.
that if we just transform some of the people, so that can bring a greater impact on the society. Because problem is not with the resources, but problem is with the greed, which is causing the depletion of the resources. As
Yeah.
Paresh already mentioned the point. So one should try to spend it and have compassion for all. So this was the I
Mhm.
will second principle I will say, that honesty and straightforwardness in one's dealing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Going to the third principle, I will say that working in harmony with natural laws. So in simple living, one should have a regulated lifestyle, proper sleeping and eating habits, cleanliness, and this all help us to increase our happiness index, which we already studied in the beginning, the happiness index. Like this is also very much appreciated at the current times, that in corona times we know people are very much concerned about the immunity.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it has been advised by the doctor that those that one should have a proper lifestyle,
Mhm.
regulated eating and sleeping habits, one should not take much food outside. That is what we say. Um, hot food. No, sorry, fast food, but
Fast food.
junk food. So this should be avoided. So we say that anyhow, this simple life is very good for us in that way. And
Mhm.
in fourth principle, I will say it's quite interesting that one should be grateful for what one has,
Mhm.
and one should thank the Lord or God to that He has provided us with all the resources.
Mhm.
To explain this, I will take Abraham Maslow's theory of motivation, in which he mentioned five hierarchical mm, stages of motivation.
Mhm.
Okay, so he mentions that the greatest motivation initially is to fulfill the physiological needs, which means
Okay, so another little complicated. Yeah. So Shiva mentioned very nice points regarding this simple living. Like he was mentioning, uh, fourth point. Yeah,
yeah.
Shivam.
So I was just saying that physiological needs, there are five
Mhm.
hierarchical level or five hierarchical motivation, and we can see that we are in one of the places. At first comes the physiological needs, which is
Okay. Yeah, Shivam.
yeah. Am I audible?
Huh, correct.
So first, as we discussed the physiological needs, and I would say that those are bears also. They already have got satisfied this need. Otherwise, we would not have so much time to visit to see this show or interview. So this physiological need is the first motivation, and then when it is fulfilled,
Okay, so I think too much connection problem with Shivam. So, okay. So viewers, it's already time. So let's conclude it. So Shivam, I would like to quickly have you conclude this topic.
sure.
Yeah.
So after that comes the one feels the need of love and belongingness, that one should need family, someone should respect us, someone should inquire from us, and then comes the esteem need, that one should be known at national and international level. So this is the need, fourth need. And after that, when one has satisfied all the need, that comes the need of self-actualization, which means that why I am here and what is the purpose of life. So that is the fifth level. Many of
Mm-hmm.
us can go up to first level, second level, third level, fourth level, and fifth level. It's very rare. So that
Mm-hmm.
is the one of the most important thing. And when one goes to self-actualization, his life naturally becomes very simple.
Mm-hmm.
And one not need not separately endeavor to. Am I audible?
Huh,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, sure.
So one need not endeavor in, even if one is situated in the self-realization or self-actualization state, where one
Mm-hmm.
understands the purpose of the life, that one sees the world with holistic view, with a greater picture, and
Mm-hmm.
knows the purpose of the life, why I am here, and why sufferings come to me or is it coming to others?
Yeah.
Why is someone born in a very poverty stricken family and someone in a very rich family? So when one understands this, so he is situated in self realization, and and belief in God is one of the most important part of self realization.
Yeah.
So in that way, one need not endeavor separately for gaining the whatever principles we studied about freedom from greed, honest and straightforward in dealing, and working in harmony with natural laws. One is automatically established in all these principles.
Okay. Yeah, Shivam. So quickly, kindly you finalize all the points which we have learned today. Yeah.
Yeah. So Gaurav, sir, I would like to end here by saying that by one of the statement that first we have to become a simple person, simple hearted person. We don't have to become a big person. We have to become a simple person, and in that way we can really be great.
So thank you very much, Shivam, for giving a very nice insight on this. And we would like to conclude this session of Simply Living. Thank you all viewers for joining us. We'll get back to you soon with our next session on next part, high thinking. So stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you very much.